And you're ready to flow.
Hello and welcome to Sudbury to the Sea 2009. Sudbury to the Sea has been running for well over 30 years and was originally known as the Length of the River Cruise. It was originally designed to ensure that the navigation was used on the Stour and to note any problems. This weekend hopes to bring over 300 people from all over the country to navigate down the 24.5 miles of the River Stour. On our journey we will experience many delights that are often inaccessible by foot or road. This documentary will also focus on important towns and villages that we pass through on our way to the sea. So what are we waiting for?
Make that one, Johnny. Have you seen this one here?
We start our journey from the Granary in Sudbury. The Granary is a Georgian red brick building built in 1807 for the River Stour Navigation Company, and it was restored in 1989 by the River Stour Trust and is now their headquarters. As we say goodbye to Sudbury, we wave goodbye to its treasured history, that of Thomas Gainsborough.
Gainsborough was born in Sudbury in 1727. At the age of 13, he impressed his father, a local weaver, with his pencilling skills and went to London to study art.
However, after his marriage to Margaret Bard, his work, composed mainly of landscape paintings at the time, were not selling well, so he returned to Sudbury and concentrated on painting portraits.
The market for personal portraits, including local merchants and squires, increased. Then, from 1769 onwards, he selected portraits of well-known clients in order to attract attention and submitted them to the Royal Academy in London.
These exhibitions helped him to gain a national reputation. Now the word Stour originates from the Celtic word, meaning strong. That's certainly what we have to be to cope with all this rowing.
We come to our first lock on the river at Great Cornard, built in 1997 by the River Stour Trust.
Great Cornard Lock is built on the site of the original lock of the 1700s. It reconnects the waters of Sudbury and Great Henny. It is the first lock on the Stour for 200 years of navigation and the first that we come to on Sudbury to the Sea. The lock has been entirely constructed of concrete, while balance beams and gates are steel. A link to the past has been maintained by the provision of crossbeams or lintels over each gate in keeping with the appearance of the other locks of the river.
Some of them are sort of fiberglass and some of them are sandwich.
Moulded. Like this. my dad.
Oh, your dad's
Nick was a while ago. We were in that
no shuffling rooms or anything.
It is the nicest time to be out. I actually think
Yeah. And they'd have single been
As I'm opening, just keep an eye open. Yeah. Back up.
Stour lighters operated on the River Stour from 1705 to the early part of this century, carrying a variety of cargoes up and down the river. A lighter, number 13, is now on permanent display at a specially built wharf next to Cornard Lock.
It is thought to be well over 100 years old. The boat is a bow vessel. It has two holds and a central bridge from where steering took place. It is thought to be 10 feet wide and 46 feet long.
Alright, let me take the front, mate. You get the back. This event is set up by the River Stour Trust. The River Stour Trust was set up in 1968 to protect and enhance the public right of navigation on the River Stour. When the Trust first formed, they were drawn into battle with a large angling organisation, the consequence of which meant they had to concede the right of boats to use the river. But then, years later, the newly formed Angling Water Authority published their future plans, in which it contained an act to completely extinguish navigation rights on the Stour forever. However, a successful petition to the House of Lords and the clause was revoked.